Alright, so this is going to be the Flipside versus KAPOW winners finals games from the Rocket League Championship Series qualifier. The winner of this game went on to qualify directly for the group stage, and the loser went on to win the losers finals. So both these teams did qualify for the group stage of the RLCS, which is going to happen, well, at the time of this video it's going to happen this weekend, but most of the people who will be watching this video, the group stages will already have happened as well. But these are just replays that I managed to get a hold of because the games were not casted, and I thought that was a shame. So for those of you who have not seen or heard the results of this games, I've hidden the overlay, and in between games I'll black out the screen so that I don't spoil the score. And I have not seen these games, so this should be really interesting. I know what the scores are, but the games themselves, I have not seen them at all. This is the first time of watching, so I'm just going to get stuck right into it. And we're going to go auto cam for the whole thing, because I don't want to be pausing the replay at any time and switching between players. So without any further ado, we're just going to get right into game one. So we got Cucks and a lot going for the ball in the middle. Mike might have just stolen the mid boost from a lot right there. It's quite an interesting strategy to just give up ball pressure. And they kind of got punished for it right at the beginning. They're under pressure here because Mike just didn't pressure the ball. Instead went for the boost. But they were able to deal with the pressure. That's a nice dunk there from Mike Rules. And now Marky's looking to challenge the ball. Turbo Pulsar, Sniper Kid and a lot, for those of you who are not familiar with them. They make up the team that is called KAPOW. They're less well known than Flipside Tactics, the infamous Marky Duda, Mike Rules and Cuxer 97 combination, which is tried and tested, considered by many to be one of the best, if not the best team in Rocket League history at this point. But KAPOW are a solid team on the EU scene. Oh, what a shot from Marky. This is kind of what he's known for, just getting the ball at the side of the pitch and ripping a shot on the top of the net. He's really, really consistent with those, and a lot was shadowing, so he didn't have an easy save by any means. Probably savable, but he would have had to react much faster than he did. The Sniper tried to dribble the ball out, but instead of going for a 50-50, he just flipped into the ball, which kind of gave, I think it was Mike Rules, the advantage there. Sniper just hit the ball straight into Mike, and Mike just said thank you very much. And we see a bit of a flip side issue there. They often send Cucks plus one other person for the same ball in defense, because Cucks is not in the team comms with them. Well, he is in the team comms, but he's not speaking most of the time. He prefers not to talk, and it's a detriment to his team, there's no doubt in my mind about that. Not the best clear by Marky, and Cucks again intercepting at the near post. He could have left that to roll through for Mike. Which, you know, Mike probably could have called that. I'm not sure if he did. It might just be a mistake by Cucks. They weren't punished for it though. So this is a best of 3, for those of you who don't know. It was 3 games were played. It does go to 3 games, which is a tiny bit of a spoiler, but I think as you see the result of the first 2 games, you'll understand that it is not a big deal knowing that this does go to 3 games. In fact, it definitely makes it better. So Sniper Kid going up for that, he should probably just leave it for the person behind him, because he's got a harder angle. That's a good job by a lot though. And if you notice Turbo right there, he flipped his car over so that he would hit the ceiling with his wheels first. Something that I haven't heard many people talk about, but it lets you recover much quicker off the ceiling. Obviously a goal had just gone in, so it was not consequential in that situation. But it's something that pro players are extremely good at. They just land on their wheels all the time. Really nice follow-up by Cucks there. He took that one so early that the goalkeeper didn't have any time to react. And goals are just flying in. I'm still talking about the previous one and something else happens. So the Cucks hitting the ceiling there is not what he wanted to do. He definitely wanted to hit that forward off the back of the, or off the top of the crossbar. But making it hit the ceiling just makes it drop down in front of the net. Easier for Sniper Kid to deal with, I think it was. And a lot there, really, really good play by a lot, hitting that curved part of the corner where the floor meets the wall. Because when you do that as a defender, the ball pings up into the midfield and it's very, very difficult to read which way it's going to go if you're in Flipside Tactics shoes. So if you're going to clear the ball by hitting it off your own corner in defense, make sure to hit that curved part where the floor meets the wall, because it makes it much harder for the opposing team to read, and also the height that you'll get on the ball is really, really useful. Marky unable to get the redirect there. That was a good pass from Mike though. Oh, and Cucks with an uncharacteristic whiff. Okay, Sniper going for that ball is kind of pointless. Like, he may as well have just left it for a teammate behind him. He didn't take that long recovering, though. It's not like he took himself out of the game for ages going for that, so it's kind of okay, but I think it's a little bit pointless at the same time. Mark going for a demo there on the goalkeeper, but Turbo jumps over him and deals with the pass at the same time. Good play by Turbo. Mark is making a couple of whiffs, and that's a bit of a giveaway by Mike. He didn't need to hit that ball. He could have just looked to control it and maybe flick it using the top of his car. Oh, a lot should not be jumping here. He jumped far too early, trying to predict Cux's shot going high, and then Cux didn't shoot it high, and a lot had to backflip to try and recover in time. Wasn't able to. So Flipside, honestly, for the most part of this game, looking extremely comfortable. If we take a quick glance at the score sheet, the shots are pretty even, but the shots that Flipside have had have looked more threatening, and indeed the goals, although savable, they were powerful shots by Flipside, like powerful shots into the corners of the net. And KAPOW's shots, a couple of them were just like stray balls that were rolling towards the goal, which the game counts as a shot, but it's not actually a threat if you think of it like that. And a lot right here. I didn't see him because of the autocam, but I think he just drove forward there trying to get in the way of the goalkeeper, who was Mike. What a play by a lot. That's a really nice read by a lot to get that off the ceiling and then recover and get it off the wall as well. So quite an interesting game one. I think going into game two from here, KAPOW would just be telling themselves, we need to be more aggressive, because they are able to contest Flipside in the air quite a lot. Oh, that was not a good touch by Marky. He nearly took Cux out of the game. Or no, it was Mike. He nearly took Mike out of the game. And what on earth? I guess they're just trying to get the ball down at the end. They're a bit panicky. They're just like, okay, we're only 5 seconds away from winning game one. Let's just get rid of the ball, and then we'll think about what to do in the next game. So I'm just going to disable the overlay, or I'm going to black out the screen real quick so I can leave this game and load up the next replay without you being able to see what the score is. And I'll pause that. I'll disable the overlay. We're still in autocam, so I'll enable the overlay again. This is now game two. Flipside's still in orange, KAPOW's still in blue. And obviously I have already spoiled that there is a game 3 and this is a best of 3, so go figure who wins this one. But the score will remain a mystery. Just that I thought hiding the overlay might add a little bit of suspense to it, because obviously you can see when a goal is coming. Oh, Marky's making some really bad whiffs in the midfield. He's just not rotating back far enough and making some really difficult turns, which he usually deals with these situations very well. He's very good at turning and getting into position quickly, and that was a nice aerial. Really good pass as well from, it was Cux. I just had to check who had the assist. There's a little tip for anybody who's doing like live casting, and if you're not hosting, you can just press tab and check who has the assist. You're like, it was good pass by Cux. Make it sound like he knew what was happening. Oh, what a play by Turbo. Cux with a bad clear though. You would expect somebody of Cuxer's caliber to deal with that, no problem. But he just kind of panicked, and that happens even at the highest level in games of this caliber. Like, as I said before, the winner of this game, or this series, moving on to the group stage of the RLCS, so that's top 8 in the EU region, and the loser going on to the losers finals. So at the point of this game, you know, both of these teams, all they had to do was win one series out of this one and the next series that they might have to play if you lost. So, you know, winning one series out of 2, not a huge ask for these guys, except when you say, oh yeah, by the way, your opponent's Flipside tactics. That kind of makes it a little bit more challenging. So Cux should control this, but I've got a feeling he's going to go off the wall. No, that's not too bad, actually. You know, you'd expect Turbo to deal with that, no problem. But I would have preferred to see Cux dribble that down off the wall and maybe make an infield pass, because going high off the wall is so predictable. He did it well, though, in fairness. He did it well. And they do like to play fast, mostly. Flipside do. Well done by Marky to recover in time and clear that ball. It's a beast of a clear. Sniper kind of panicked there. You didn't get a very good clear. Notice how he hit off the flat part of the wall. I talked about this before. You want to hit the curved part to make the ball go up, because then it gives your teammates time to recover. Oh, well played by Turbo. It was a good pass from a lot, and nobody was there for Flipside. Would have been easy for Flipside to deal with had somebody just been ready to drive off the goal line and meet it, but they were both kind of shadowing the two defenders who were there. Okay, Sniper and Turbo both being in the wall there is very bad. They're not going to get punished, and Sniper's panicking there. He should definitely just control that ball. Nobody's challenging him. Like, Marky's nearby, but Marky's just waiting for Sniper's hit, and Sniper should identify that, just not go into the air, because he wasted possession on boost, and landed in a sort of bad position. Oh my, okay. If that had gone in, that could have been like a defining factor. Oh, okay. Well, I thought for a second Turbo might have missed that open net, but he did get it in. Flipside struggling to clear the ball, which is sometimes something that they do. They're the best team in the world when they get their offensive rotation running smoothly, because all of their players are just so good in the awkward little situations, and they're very, very good at shooting. It's an underrated thing for sure, just being able to ping a ball off the ground in high towards the opposing team's net. Like that. Like those kind of shots are the things Flipside do. They hit hard shots at the top of the net. And they're very, very good at not getting in each other's way in attack. For the most part, they're not the best team in the world at that, but they're pretty good. Mike is being extremely ambitious there. I don't know what he was doing. And yeah, now nobody's back. Like, this is just a rotational breakdown. Mike going up for something incredibly ambitious, leaves a gap in the back that he could have been rotating into. And Cux and Marky are behind him thinking, okay, is Mike going to hit this? Is he not? Oh, he didn't hit it, and then suddenly there's a hole. And it's just an easy goal for KAPOW. KAPOW being very clinical this game, though. Oh, well played by Turbo. It's a beautiful recovery to block Marky's follow-up hit. Mike just bumping a little bit. And Cux really panicking there. He recovered. Oh, fantastic recovery by Cux, actually. I think if Mike had just been a little bit further back there, he would have been able to do something with that ball. But yeah, Cux previously, or before that incredible recovery, he just panicked. Like, he was in defense and nobody was challenging him, and he just panicked and hit the ball away. And if it weren't for his really, really good recovery, or if somebody from KAPOW had been a little bit closer, it would have just, like, Cux is clear, but it turned into a pass to KAPOW. And now Mike and Marky going for the same ball. They're getting a little bit disorganized. Like, more recently when I've been watching Flipside play, Mike's trying to get further forward up the pitch. He likes to go for redirects more than he used to. He used to never go for those, but more recently he's been going for them a lot. That's a good turn by Mike. See, that's the kind of thing that Flipside are good at, just like getting to the ball fast in awkward little situations. It's easy to mess up that power slide and not have a good angle on the ball. Like, Cux kind of messed up that one. Like, he meant to cut the ball more in field, but he didn't get the right angle. Hit it too much to the side. But it's very difficult to do that. It's an underrated skill. It's just like being on point with your power slides, which Flipside are usually really, really good at because they're all old SART players. They've played lots of 1v1s. Oh, Cux should not be going for that. Marky had a much better angle. At that point, like, Cux being where he is fine, because if the ball comes fast across the net, Cux can meet it at the near post. But if it goes over him, he should just leave it for his teammate, who was Marky, at the back post, and that's incredibly ambitious by Marky. Like, he kind of just found himself there, and they're getting a bit desperate. They, you know, it's hardly any time left in the game anyway. If that was at any other moment in the game, where the game's close, I would expect Marky to do something a little bit more reliable. But you can kind of forgive him at the end of the game for doing something like that. And let me just disable the overlay while I load up game 3 for you guys. And I'll disable the overlay once more. So this is game 3, we're 1-1. Flipside taking game 1 3-1, and then KAPOW taking game 2 4-1. So this is winner takes all. The winner of this game moving on to the group stages of the Rocket League Championship Series. A lot just kind of getting stuck there. And before that we actually saw, I think it was Turbo took Sniper at the game. A little bit of miscommunication, but I mean, at this level, these guys must have been so nervous going into this game. Like, both teams. Like, Flipside are obviously the favourites marginally, so they're going to be nervous. Oh my word, Marky whiffing. The shot's not going to go on target though. Those are so awkward. And it's just bubbling around in front of the net. It's a good play by Cux to keep that one out. And patience by Cux. See how he just rolls that ball towards his opponent and looks for a 50-50? Oh, good pass though. I think Cux was out of boost after this happened. You can't really fault him for what he did though. He didn't hit the ball straight at his opponent and just, you know, turn his clear into a pass. He dribbled it out, went for a 50-50, which is definitely favourable compared to just passing the ball away freely. It looked like he just didn't have enough boost to follow up and drive forward and challenge the second ball. Okay, that's really risky by Kux. If he made contact there, that would have centered for KAPOW, more than likely. He ended up on the wrong side of the ball while trying to wall clear. That was definitely a panicked clear by Kux as well. And Mike, he got on the wrong side of the ball, but Marky recovered. Oh, Marky. He accidentally side flipped the wrong direction. He might have been going for a fast aerial, just like to get up to that middle height of the pitch really, really quickly and pop that over the defender. All of Flipside quite clogged in the near post here, and yeah, Marky, he moved too far forward, had no momentum for that clear, but he recovered really well. But I mean, Marky put himself in that tricky situation by driving as far forward as he did. There was no reason to be outside of the net. You don't need to defend the post itself, you just need to defend the goal. Good play by Turbo. That's really, really smart play. Just taking his time to get that clear. He took Mike out of the game with a little bit of patience. A lot of players would have just gone for a soft clear there. Oh, what a play by Kux. Marky's initial hit was not the best, but Kux turned it into a goal. And sometimes hitting the crossbar from Marky's position there is better than scoring. Well, it's better than scoring. It's better than hitting it on target. Because had he hit it on target, it would have been lower, and if it's lower, it's easier for the defense of KAPOW to reach it. So by hitting it high, a player like Kux can just rebound that really, really effectively. Oh my, if Kux had been there, oh my word, so close. That was definitely a close one for KAPOW. Like, when something like that happens, like, the ball's rolling through and Kux is at the back post, you're like, oh crap. Let's hope he can't get this in target. Then the ball rolls to the other post and Mike's there, you're like, oh no. What have we done? Marky kind of panicking again. Everybody's like really panicky, which is understandable given the situation. A best of 3, game 3, where the winner moves on and the loser goes to losers finals. Neither team wanting to lose this game, and it's 1-1 as well. Like, everything is just so close. Oh no, Sniper blocking a lot. What a touch by Marky. Not a good finish though, he didn't get the power he was wanting. And Kux rather. My apologies, Mike and Kux's cars both being yellow and the Octane are quite similar. Same boost trail as well. Okay, I don't like the Sniper hits that down at all. I like Turbo's play driving in front of the Flipside net to try and disrupt the goalkeepers, maybe bump someone, or even get a demolition if he is going fast enough. I didn't see if he was supersonic or not. But Sniper's shot was a waste. He could have waited for that ball to bounce in the midfield. Nice control by Mike. Really, really, really good patience right there. But then he kind of, he didn't get a very good pass to Marky. A bit of a hit away after the initial patience. That's a solid hit by Kux, taking Sniper out of the game, but Turbo's there. Oh, Marky's going to drive up in the wall. If Kux missed that could have been bad. It's a reasonable pass. Marky shouldn't be driving forward there though, probably. He should just be driving back so he can give Mike, his teammate behind him, the confidence to move up. Like, driving forward in that position as Marky Duda, it makes Mike really, really scared to advance, because if he does and then Kux's pass isn't good, KAPOW can just counter-attack with a hard hit. Kux trying desperately to follow that ball after the ceiling bounce kind of fooled him. He did make contact. And Marky able to get something on that, but like that, see that center ball by Marky? Kux isn't there for it, which is totally fine, because if Kux does move up for that, it's kind of like the best case scenario for him is that he 50-50s it with Turbo, he's going for the clear, and then there's nobody back for Flipside. So it's good for Kux to move back. Oh my word, Sniper bodying Marky, but kind of getting a little bit disrupted by it also. Oh, Kux jumped by accident. He meant to front flip there and he just double jumped. And that's going to be overtime in the best of 3. In the game 3. As I keep saying, winner going on to the group stages of RLCS. Loser going to the losers finals. Oh, and Marky gets it. And I've got a little bit of insider info on this one. Marky actually spoke to me about these games. He told me that they were so like hyped up compared to usual. For anyone who listens into Flipside's comms, you'll know that they don't always take games incredibly seriously. Well, if they're just they like to have fun with it, I should say. Oh, sorry. They like to have fun with it. I'm just going to play the goals again as I talk about this. But yeah, Flipside, they like to have fun with their games, and Marky in particular, you know, he just makes funny noises in the comms when he goes for a ball. But this game was business. This was serious. And he told me that when he scored that goal, he nearly killed his entire household by shouting. But this, yeah, that play, we talked about that one by Sniper to a lot. Trying to skip forward. So right there, yeah, we saw that before. I'm just going to show all the goals again, in case I think of any final thoughts that I want to share. Oh yeah, this by Cox must have been so nerve-wracking at the end. He gets a freebie, then a lot side flips by accident, and then he jumps over the ball and you're like, no! But yeah, what a way for it to finish in overtime in the game 3. And of course, KAPOW did go on to qualify. They took their next series. That's really well played by Marky. We didn't actually, talk about his hit here, but this is like perfect by Marky, hitting that straight into the corner and really favourable bounce, kind of fooling a lot. It's difficult if you're a lot in this position. You know, you don't know what bounce is going to take, and it bounces up high, and a lot's thinking, oh dear, like this should have been his ball, but it's going to go over him because of that high bounce. And Marky, on the other hand, gets a really good read on it, meets it before it's even in front of the net, and takes that turbo. So really well played by Flipside. So that's going to do it for this little replay analysis segment. If you've got any comments you'd like to make, anything you'd like me to do in future, videos, then be sure to leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed it, hit that subscription button or subscribe button. I'm a bit new to this whole YouTube shenanigans. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.